Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. I am going to get out this really quick video on the next thing that I want to talk about is what I feel, in my opinion, is the best free online business to start. And I'm so excited to talk about this, and this is not going to be the only video I'm going to put out about it, but this one's just going to be a quick little short introduction to this next free thing. You guys, I have been selling on Poshmark and eBay for years. Now, I am not currently a reseller. There was a small stint where I was a reseller, but I've still been a single mom. My child was much younger, and it was great when he was really young and you just wanted to get out of the house. And I would say until your kid is like 2 years old, they're relatively quiet. So it's kind of easy to go shopping or thrifting in this case. But I reached a point where I couldn't do it anymore. Not only are you spending your time thrifting, but I already loved thrifting. So I would keep a lot of the stuff for myself, especially when you find something really, really good or like a really good expensive brand. And so I started to kind of just overshop. And I don't sell as a reseller anymore. I guess you could say as an actual reseller business, but I still use Poshmark and eBay to sell my own personal items. So far, as of recording this video, it's September 2024. I started the year off this year with doing my own selling challenge. And I just told myself, it was more of an experiment to lean more into minimalism and get rid of bags and purses and just other things around the house that I am not using anymore, instead of continuously hoarding them. And I'm still in the same 650 square foot apartment. Also this year, in the next 30 days, I plan to finally get rid of a storage. I started accumulating things back when I moved out of my RV back in 2019 into my apartment. And let me tell you, it's real. The struggle is real. When I lived in my RV for 19 months, it was so easy not to accumulate things. So it's true what they say that, the bigger space you move into, you're just going to accumulate more stuff. And lo and behold, because of the pandemic, because I've been laid off 3 times, and because I am, I work for myself, and I've had times of the year or times in the last few years where I wouldn't have qualified to get a new apartment with doing all the gig work that I do, but I still paid the rent, if that makes any sense. So in Texas, you have to make 3 times the rent. And my base rent right now is $12.38 a month. But by the time you add the water bill, the carport, which I do need a carport, it's hot here, it's only $30 a month. By the time you add pest control and whatnot, it's easily almost $1,400 a month that I have to pay for. Long story short, let's get into back to my reasoning of why I feel selling your stuff online is one of the best first online businesses that anybody could start at any age. First of all, you're not buying anything, okay? We're not talking about starting this as being a reseller. We're talking about just getting rid of your stuff, okay? And the reason why I feel like this is a really good first business to start, obviously you're not buying anything. Number 2, this is such a good practice in developing your process with systems, okay? This is also very good practice with photographing a product. So later down the line, if you decide to, buy inventory, or even if you decide to design and sell digital products, you can still print your digital product and physically take photographs of it being used, like in action, right? Or videos. So it really applies to a digital business, a physical product business. But when you get into basically taking something in your home and going, Here is a brand new candle that still has the sticker on it. I didn't use it. How can I sell this candle? So it gets you into a good thinking process about what it is you're selling in general. Also, you're going to start naturally researching, is what you're selling worth even selling? You know, you've got to look at things like the cost of doing business. You've got to look at your seller fees, which is just the basic commission that Poshmark or eBay or Depop is taking from you. And then you've got to look at your shipping. And, you know, this kind of could easily lean into, you might start to notice that maybe a particular product that you're trying to get rid of in your home sells really fast or has a high selling price. And I've actually watched videos of YouTubers that said they started selling something on eBay and then it took off so much that now all they do is sell that one type of item. Quick story, there's a guy, I don't remember where I saw this video, but he would go to garage sales and he would buy baseball caps. And most of the time he says they were smushed, and he would steam them back into like all sorts of hats, baseball caps, fedoras. He was specifically looking for men's hats because he himself loved to wear hats. So when he started finding them at, you know, garage sales and whatnot for like 50 cents, 30 cents, and sometimes he would get it down to 10 cents if they were just hats that were completely smushed and maybe they had like a line that had been just kind of put into the hat. He started experimenting with restoring the hat using a steamer. He actually created a wooden, I guess you could say a wooden hat holder. I guess it's something that steamers use. I don't know, whatnot. But long story short, when he started listing these very particular style of hats on eBay, he started noticing that he was selling them for like $25 to $35, baseball caps. Okay. And sure, a lot of the things he was getting were obviously like vintage. Some of them were military hats, especially ones that had like Marines or Air Force, like actual, like going to estate sales where you're actually buying real gear. And that's all he does now. There's another woman on eBay. Again, she started just selling books, and she is now known as the $1 million eBay book business lady. And I've definitely had my experience with certain things that I sell that I feel I could sell better, faster, or, you know, things that have just sold fast enough where I'm like, ooh, I wouldn't mind getting rid of more of that if it's going to sell that fast. So just going into your own home, there is so much that you could probably sell. Even if you guys think you live in a hoarded apartment, or you just like, even if you feel like you have junk around your apartment, just get into the practice of taking something. You could have like a really nice coffee mug that, I mean, for all I know, I've heard of people selling coffee mugs as well. You could just simply start with something like list a few different items on eBay or Poshmark and just see the kind of views and the clicks that you get. And this could easily lean you into maybe realizing you want to start a YouTube channel about this. By the way, please see lots of my other videos about starting a YouTube channel and picking a niche. Also, selling your own stuff is a great way that if you really want to do something else and you just don't know what you're good at, what you're interested in, again, just going through your house, selling your own stuff. Take amazing photos. Go on YouTube. There's plenty of videos about people teaching you how to film, or how to like film quick video or take photographs with just your iPhone or your Android phone, and basically how to do simple edits that just make your photographs look way better. Sorry, my phone ran out of storage, so I had to delete it really quick. I hate when that happens. So back to my point. If you start going through your house, you start looking for things to sell, it just helps get the ball rolling. Especially for those of y'all who have never been your own business before, you've never started a side hustle. And let me tell you, it does not matter what age you are. If you are a teenager, ask your parents to open up an eBay account or a Poshmark account for you. If you are in your 60s or 70s, just start getting rid of stuff. Especially if you're older, you might very well have some vintage items around your place that are just super cool. And from what I've been noticing lately since 2020, especially when I started finally getting into Stranger Things, the whole 80s vintage theme is super popular right now. If you go on Pinterest and you go on Etsy, start looking for what's popular. But really, if you just start backwards, just pick some things in your home that you wouldn't mind selling. Whether you think they are of value or not, try to list them for sale. Try to see what you can catch. With eBay, and actually Poshmark as well, you can definitely accept offers. See what people are offering. But also, when you're listing your product for sale, before you list it, actually this is what I do. Before I list anything for sale, I go on Poshmark and eBay just to see if there is an influx of that item. And in some cases, I have, especially when I know I have a product that is still relatively new and it's expensive on the original website, and I see like 5 people selling the same exact thing in the same exact color, in the same exact size for like $50 less, a lot of times I won't even list it yet. I will wait till those people sell off their stuff. Anyways, I don't want to get into detail, but if you do want to hear more, please subscribe to this channel because I want to give a lot of more basic information about all of my different side hustles. And then you guys can go further into depth to look for these things online, because there's already tons of content creators that have created very specific step-by-step details. And then maybe later, as I produce more videos, I would just tell you guys some of my own personal little experiences or little tweaks that I like to do with my particular e-commerce shops. So anyways, thank you for watching. Get out there and start something, because man, if 2020 did not hit you hard enough like it did me, getting laid off 3 times, if you still have a job these days, you are lucky. But getting laid off can happen to any one of us. So do not put your income in one job's hands, okay? And yes, there are other side hustles that you can do, so definitely look into those. But if you really want to start something that's simple, you don't have to do much, meaning you don't have to go out and buy inventory, you don't have to go out and like put gas in your car and go do Uber, which is what I do for 2/3 of my income. And yes, I want to get out of this really fast. It is not sustainable. I love it, but I don't like chasing an algorithm. Well, my phone cut off again. So this is my cue to stop talking. Please subscribe to this channel, give me a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below what is the side hustle that you're trying to start or that you're even interested in. And maybe it's something I've already done I can talk about on this channel and give you guys a little bit more insight as to what you can do to start your own business or a side hustle, whatever you want to call it. But thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.